ProlineTV.com presents America's longest-running pregame show, direct from Las Vegas, Proline, featuring Jim Feist, who won 75% of his platinum plays last week, including NC State straight up, and has a guaranteed platinum game of the year. Dave Koken, who is on a 13-4 run with his Under the Hat games and has a triple header of these plays available for free this weekend. And Scott Spreitzer, who swept his Proline offer again last week and has a pair of big game winners, including a conference blockbuster game of the year. Big Al McMorty, the 34-time handicapping champion who is still undefeated with his TV specials and is coming back with a huge parlay offer. And Roz Warby, who is releasing her 2010 College Game of the Year. And our man on the street, two-time world champion handicapper Jeff Allen, and our host, Pat Williams.
Good morning and welcome back to week 4 of Proline. Scott Spreitzer, talk about sports handicapping and what tools specifically do you use on a weekly basis?
I'm a matchup guy, but I incorporate a lot of other stuff over the years. It used to be strictly matchups, and now I've brought in situations. Once in a while I listen to Al and his situations. But no, the best thing that I use is Feist Fast Facts, which can be found right now at ProlineTV.com. And I use it for rushing stats. I use it for yardage per attempt stats when it comes to passing the football. It saves me a good 3 to 4 hours per week. And when college basketball kicks in and you got a million games per day that you're handicapping, talk about a time saver, and all the stats, all the pertinent stats that I use are in one spot. Yeah, Fast Facts.
You have to have some kind of methodology. It just cracks me up when I'll talk to guys around town, you know, they'll say, well, I like such and such a game. Why? Well, I just like it, that's all. That's not a good reason. You have to have some kind of criteria to use. And I got to tell you, there's 120 Division I teams in football. There's 347 in college basketball. That's what ProlineTV.com is most useful for to me, is to have all these stats organized, and I can use them and find them at my fingertips. I'd be spending 10 hours a day doing this stuff otherwise.
Yeah, you know, I've got the most powerful handicapping database in sports, and I get all the facts and all the information from ProlineTV.com. And one thing, Scott, you failed to mention, I think Fast Facts, it's the best for baseball. I mean, it's great for football and basketball, but it's the best for baseball. Jim?
Well, you know, the Fast Facts incorporated in that is some formulas that I started years ago for college basketball. Actually, I was in Delaware with an old wise guy, and he taught me a couple things about the game, and I made these programs up, and it's really helped for college basketball. Well, this year we've incorporated 3 formulas into the Fast Facts, which is at ProlineTV.com, which gives you the selections by 3 different formulas that have proven to win over many, many years. So I use it I use it for hours every day because there's so much in there. Like Dave said, it's 3 times as valuable in college basketball because there's 3 times as many teams. And there's just not that many hours in the day to do all this work without that kind of help.
Guys, we got a full slate today. When we come back, Texas and Oklahoma, Penn State, Iowa. Stay tuned.
Looking for an edge this football season? Then go to ProlineTV.com for free plays, free stats, free odds, and much, much more, including videos of the Proline show you're watching right now. So never miss an episode. Be sure to go to ProlineTV.com.
It was another big week for my high roller platinum releases with 75% winners. Today's your last chance to get one of these $500 plays for just a fraction of the regular price. It's my platinum game of the year. Available right now for just $25 and guaranteed to win, or the rest of the college football season's executive plays are on the house. Call for the free pick phone at 1-888-294-1970 and press 1 for this monster game of the year and the guarantee. I'm pounding home another big winner. Make the call, 1-888-294-1970, or go to ProlineTV.com now.
Hi, I'm Al McMorty. I won big again last week with my Vegas Strip Move Underdog of the Year in Cincinnati. My strip moves are on absolute fire, going a documented 10-0 so far this season. And now I'm going for the burial. I'm releasing my Vegas Strip Move College and Pro Parlay of the Year, and both huge winners are just $19. Call right now, 888-294-1970. Press button number 4. It's my Parlay of the Year. Call 888-294-1970, button number 4.
This is the problem with the NCAA. They're living in the 1950s. They haven't updated their rules at all to fit today. It's the problem with Major League Baseball. Well, you have a phenomenal race going on in the National League right now. It's been an absolutely great race in the National League.
Welcome back to Proline. Up next, the panel will be discussing the matchup between Texas and Oklahoma. And make sure to check us out at ProlineTV.com. Back to you, Pat.
Hey, thanks, Roz. Both Texas and Oklahoma were probably looking ahead to this game last week based on their results. But taking it 1 week at a time and still undefeated with his Proline offers is Big Al McMorty. His Vegas Strip Underdog of the Year was a winner last week with Cincinnati. Big Al, you have a parlay winning this week.
That's right, Pat. You know, you talk about Texas and Oklahoma looking ahead. I'll tell you who's looking ahead. Everyone who called last week looking ahead to what I have this week. Record number of calls last week. We want to top it this week. And I'm featuring my Vegas Strip Move Parlay of the Year. College and Pro, go 2-0, 888-294-1970. My Vegas Strip Moves are now 10-0 documented this season. We will be 12-0 after this weekend. College and Pro Parlay of the Year. Call toll free, 888-294-1970. Press button number 4. It's only $19. A small price to pay to go 2-0. 888-294-1970. Button number 4.
Thanks, Big Al. Stay hot, my brother. Jim Feist, Texas has won 4 out of the last 5 against Oklahoma.
That's right, but I'll tell you this, Al has been red hot, so you should call that number. The line on this game opens 2, Oklahoma, 49.5. It's now 4 and 45. Obviously, what moves there are the under and on the favorite. Texas last week got smoked. I don't know where they were, but they were not in the same state as UCLA. It was one of the most horrible. And I think they were totally embarrassed as a program. That's a program that's got a lot of pride in what they do on a football field. They're not going to forget that. Now, Oklahoma last week, they played much better than the final score. They gave up a couple of touchdowns at the end. They're playing better, and they deserve to be favored in this game. But this wounded Longhorn is going to be dangerous this week. I look to the dog, and I definitely look to the under.
They were channeling John Malkovich. That was the problem, I think, in the pregame. But, I'm with you. I mean, first of all, we've been talking. We've got a real nice run here on Proline talking about making those lines a week in advance. And I made this line pick 'em before last week's results. Now I'm getting 4 points of value with this underdog as far as I'm concerned. And look at Oklahoma. What have they done to make anybody think that they're going to be blowing out top-notch teams? And I'm talking about top 20 opponents when they've given up 1,340 yards on about 220 plays to Air Force, Utah State, and I'm forgetting the other one.
Last week, Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. So that's the kind of defense you're dealing with right now with the Oklahoma Sooners. I know Gilbert has looked a little bit shaky at times, but 5 turnovers last week. Mac Brown called it an absolute embarrassment. I think it's an outright win for the Longhorns, guys.
It might well be. Look, Texas was obviously very bad last week, but hey, UCLA is running that pistol offense. I don't know that Texas spent a lot of time preparing for that offense because they're not going to see it in conference play this year. And obviously the Oklahoma game is bigger to the Longhorns. The problem I see with Texas, though, is that Mac Brown decided he wanted to get back to a power football this year, run the ball better, and play that old school football, if you want. I like teams that run the football, but Texas doesn't seem to have the weapons to run it. Their offensive line's been really shaky. I think they're going to have trouble scoring points in this game. The Texas defense will play a lot better than it did last week against an offense they're more familiar with, actually. I think this is going to be a low-scoring football game. I like the under in this one, Pat.
Thanks, Dave Koken. Let's go out to the Las Vegas Strip, and 2-time world champion Jeff Allen, another big week. Executive and totals went 5-1 again. The winning continues. Jeff, Oklahoma, Texas, how do you see it?
Well, both clubs flat last week, although Oklahoma got the win. Both teams are going to be bringing the defense. I like this game under the total for later. Early action, we're red hot. 12 noon Eastern, Miami, Clemson, ACC Game of the Year. Then Alabama, Florida, SEC Game of the Year. Late action, TV, 5-0 free on the message phone. Call 1-800-638-3411. 5-1 last week, and right now I'm guaranteeing all callers a perfect 5-0 or the season free. 1-800-638-3411. Noon Eastern, Miami, Clemson, ACC Game of the Year. The Late Show, it's Florida, Alabama. Toll-free message, 5-0 free. 1-800-638-3411. 1-800-638-3411. Back to you, Pat.
Hey, thanks, Jeff. When we come back, a Big Ten showdown, Penn State, Iowa. Stay right where you're at.
Hey, sports fans, I'm Jeff Allen. I love to win. Last week, executive in totals 5-1. Today at noon Eastern, ACC Game of the Year, Miami-Clemson. TV action and SEC Game of the Year, Alabama-Florida. 5-0 free guaranteed. Toll-free message line 1-800-638-3411. ACC Game of the Year, SEC Game of the Year, 5-0 free toll-free message 1-800-638-3411. That's 1-800-638-3411.
Hi, I'm Al McMorty. I won big again last week with my Vegas Strip Move Underdog of the Year in Cincinnati. My strip moves are on absolute fire, going a documented 10-0 so far this season. And now I'm going for the burial. I'm releasing my Vegas Strip Move College and Pro Parlay of the Year, and both huge winners are just $19. Call right now, 888-294-1970. Press button number 4. It's my Parlay of the Year. Call 888-294-1970, button number 4.
Hi, I'm Dave Koken, and my powerful under-the-hat plays are having another great season. So far, a combined 13-4 in both the colleges and the pros. This weekend, I'm loading up with 3 big plays. 2 today, 1 tomorrow, and they're all free. That's right, no cost. Just call 1-888-294-1970 for a free play on tape, then press 2 to get all 3 under-the-hat selections on the house. That's 1-888-294-1970 or visit ProlineTV.com.
Welcome back. Up next, another great matchup between Penn State and Iowa. And make sure to check us out at ProlineTV.com or call 1-888-294-1970 for your free picks. Back to you, Pat.
Thank you, Roz. The Hawkeyes have won 7 of their last 8 meetings against the Nittany Lions and host another big game later today. But winning streaks have also been a big part of smoking Dave Koken's under-the-hat releases, which are now on a 12-4 run. Today, these are his featured plays. Dave, absolutely free of charge.
Yeah, they are. And actually, let's update that because it's 13-4. I had the Monday night winner, which was very nice with the Bears. A little bit fortunate, but they got there. And thanks for all those penalties by the Packers. What were they doing in that game? Well, you talk about a team that just made mistake after mistake. I don't make many mistakes with these under-the-hat plays. These are kind of my hallmark selections that I've become pretty well known for over the years, and they have been scorching hot in college and pro football this season. Don't normally give these away. These are for my regular season, or my personal service clients, regular season and postseason. But today, I'm going to give away 3 under-the-hat releases. 2 of them going in the colleges today, and then 1 more going on the pro side tomorrow. And all 3 under-the-hat selections completely free. All you need to do, call 1-888-294-1970. There's a free play on tape right now. Press the 2 on the telephone keypad. That's all there is to it. You get all 3 under-the-hat selections at no cost. Great chance to watch me go 16-4 for the season on these under-the-hat selections. Iowa and Penn State, it's been all Iowa in this series, hasn't it?
It has, but I think quarterback Scott Spreitzer will play a huge key today. Stanzi, 9 touchdown passes to only 1 pick this season.
Can't call him pick 6 Rick anymore, can we, with the Iowa Hawkeyes? I mean, he's doing a fantastic job, and they've got the advantage at quarterback. I also love the way Iowa plays football. We had Arizona a couple of weeks ago when we got the win, but the bottom line is, man, that send 4, drop 7 mentality that Ferenc puts into his defense, I love, and I think they're going to shut down Royster. They've done that over the years. I think Royster averages like 3.7 yards per carry against the Hawkeyes. He wasn't running well until he played against Temple last week. He ran well in that game. They'll look to shut him down. They'll look to force Bolden to beat them through the air, and I don't believe he'll be able to do it. The only caveat, Dave, is that Iowa's used to playing this series as an underdog. Now they're laying a touchdown. I made the line, 7.5, 8. It's about where I made it, but I still lean towards Iowa.
This series has been all Iowa, and I think it's going to continue this week. The line opened 4, went up to 7. The total went from, let me see, what was it, 42? I think down 40 to 42. I don't understand the move on the upside on the total. This game is going to be low scoring. I don't know if Penn State's going to actually score unless they do it on defense. Paterno said some of his players are like tourists in the Alabama game. Well, they're going to be tourists in this game, too, as they watch this Iowa defense control the game from beginning to end. Iowa all the way in this game and the under.
You know, I have a different take on this game, Jim. You know, I do a lot of things as a handicapper. One thing I love to do is take offensive-minded home underdogs, teams like Nevada against California a few weeks back. Another thing I like to do is take road underdogs in competitively priced games if they have a strong ground game and a strong defense. That is, they give up less than 15 points and that they also rush for more than 4.2 yards a play. Penn State fits the bill. 12.7 points a game on defense, 4.3 yards per rush. You look at their offense, the last 4 games, they're increasing their amount of rushes per game. Last game, in fact, 46 rushes overall. I think the ground game and the defense controls this. Take the points with the good road underdog. Penn State's the play.
The problem I see with Penn State is that they just don't have much of an offense. They have to run the ball right now because they can't balance the offense. The young quarterback may have some talent on the road, but he's really struggling. And it's not like they're rolling up points against some weak Temple's all right, but still they struggle with that team. They only got 24 against Kent State. You saw what they did against a very young Alabama defense. Didn't do much. I don't know where their points are going to come from, but Penn State's gritty and determined. They're going to hang in. Maybe they can cover the 7. I'm not sure, but the main thing here, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I like the under.
Hey, thanks, Dave. Hey, don't touch that dial. When we come back, we've got pro football Panthers Saints. Stay right where you are.
Hi, I'm Dave Koken, and my powerful under-the-hat plays are having another great season. So far, a combined 13-4 in both the colleges and the pros. This weekend, I'm loading up with 3 big plays. 2 today, 1 tomorrow, and they're all free. That's right, no cost. Just call 1-888-294-1970 for a free play on tape, then press 2 to get all 3 under-the-hat selections on the house. That's 1-888-294-1970 or visit ProlineTV.com.
Looking for an edge this football season? Then go to ProlineTV.com for free plays, free stats, free odds, and much, much more, including videos of the Proline show you're watching right now. So never miss an episode. Be sure to go to ProlineTV.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Spreitzer, and we did it again. We swept last Saturday's feature report, led by my winning parlay of the year. Today, I'm releasing my first conference blockbuster blowout game of the year in college football. Hey, these plays are 4-0, 100% this season, winning by more than 2 touchdowns per game. Grab it and my NFC game of the month off a 7-2, 78% pro football weekend, just $19. Make the call to 1-888-294-1970 and press 3 on your keypad or go to ProlineTV.com.
Welcome back to Proline. Up next, Panthers and Saints. And make sure to give us a call at 1-888-294-1970 or go to ProlineTV.com. Back to you, Pat.
As always, thank you, Roz. It doesn't look good for the winless Panthers, who are up against the defending Super Bowl champion Saints this week. But what does look good is Smash Mouth Sports handicapper Scott Spreitzer. He has done it again, sweeping his featured package with his college parlay of the year winner. Scott, 7-1 over the last 2 weeks. What can you possibly do for an encore?
It's a Chico in the man weekend, man. It's looking good. All you have to do is call 1-888-294-1970. Press 3 on your keypad, and you will receive my entire weekend of action. The last couple of weeks, we've swept Saturdays. Perfect 3-0 last weekend. 7-1, 88% when you include the pros. How about 8-2, 80% with last weekend's pro football slate when you add on the big win by Chicago in Monday Night Football. Folks, we're going to rack it up. We're going to do it again. We've got the plays available right now. Just $19. 1-888-294-1970. Press 3. Get my first conference college blockbuster blowout game of the year. 4-0 with my blockbuster blowouts, winning by better than 2 touchdowns per game. And that's not all. You're also going to get, when you call, my conference game of the month in Sunday's Pros. It's all yours. 1-888-294-1970. Press 3 if you're all about that almighty W.
Scott Spreitzer, speaking of W's, Dave Koch in Carolina, when will they ever get one?
I'm having trouble getting past the Chico and the man reference. How old are you, dude?
No, Jim told me about it.
Next week, it's going to be like what, Mr. Ed or Project Crawford and Highway Patrol. Look, I said before the season started, the Panthers have a lame duck coach in John Fox. They didn't renew his contract, and barring a miracle, he's going to be out at the end of the year. Well, they're playing like it. You cannot go into a season that way. In the National Football League. And this is exactly what was supposed to happen to the Carolina Panthers. They're going to continue to get knocked around. And the Saints, off a loss they should have won. Bad spot for Carolina. I think New Orleans is going to trash them.
Yeah, well, luckily, if you take Carolina, you don't have to win the game straight up. You only have to cover the 13.5 points. I'll take the points here. New Orleans has been dreadful for years at home against the spread, and if they're not catching 6 or more points, New Orleans now 24-65 against the spread versus a foe off a straight-up loss. I'll take the points with Carolina, Jim.
It's really, you're right about the stats. I mean, 8-1 against New Orleans is Carolina has covered just about everything, and the Saints at home 3-16 is home chalk. You're absolutely right. And the big double-digit favorites so far this year have not done well in the pros.
What's interesting, double-digit home favorites in division games, Jim, 27-47 against the spread long term.
You're going to lose, you go in the drain pretty fast with those kind of stats. But you know, now that everybody knows that, then you have to go the other way. I mean, this is a team coming off a loss. They haven't put up any points yet, or so to speak, so far this year. This is the Saints. Explosive offense at home where they can really run up. I don't know how Carolina, who's only averaging 98 yards on the ground, this team almost ran for 200 yards in the past, but their running game is sour because their passing game's sick, and they stack the line. It's a very tough game for me. I'd probably go on the under here. I won't lay the points, though.
Thank you, Jim Feist. Let's go back to the Strip and talk to red-hot handicapper, world champion Jeff Allen. Jeff, Carolina, New Orleans, how do you see it?
Well, John Fox is out after this year, maybe sooner, and this team may really quit. Can't say that I want to lay double digits with the Saints tomorrow because I'm winning every game today at noon Eastern. It starts. ACC Game of the Year, Miami, Clemson. TV action all day. Then the SEC Game of the Year, Alabama, Florida. 5-0 free, toll-free message line. 1-800-638-3411. 5-1 last week. Today, right now, I sweep. 5-0 free and guaranteed to win, or the season free, toll-free message, 1-800-638-3411. ACC Game of the Year, SEC Game of the Year, 5-0 free with the guarantee. I'm going 5-0, or the season is free. Call 1-800-638-3411. That's 1-800-638-3411. Back to you, Pat.
Hey, thanks, Jeff. When we come back, Colts, Jags, don't touch that dial. Stay right where you are.
Hey, sports fans, I'm Jeff Allen. I love to win. Last week, executive in totals 5-1. Today at noon Eastern, ACC Game of the Year, Miami, Clemson. TV action and SEC Game of the Year, Alabama, Florida. 5-0 free, guaranteed. Toll-free message line, 1-800-638-3411. ACC Game of the Year, SEC Game of the Year, 5-0 free, toll-free message, 1-800-638-3411. That's 1-800-638-3411.
Hi, I'm Scott Spreitzer, and we did it again. We swept last Saturday's feature report, led by my winning parlay of the year. Today, I'm releasing my first conference blockbuster blowout game of the year in college football. Hey, these plays are 4-0, 100% this season, winning by more than 2 touchdowns per game. Grab it and my NFC game of the month off a 7-2, 78% pro football weekend, just $19. Make the call to 1-888-294-1970 and press 3 on your keypad or go to ProlineTV.com.
Welcome back to Proline. Up next, another great matchup, Colts and Jags. And make sure to check us out at ProlineTV.com or give us a call at 1-888-294-1970. Back to you, Pat.
Thank you, Roz. The Colts and the Jaguars have had their last 5 meetings decided by a touchdown or less, but Manning has prevailed in all but one of those matchups. World champion handicapper Jim Feist split last week's offer as callers got the guarantee, but his platinum games also continue to prevail. Jim, today's platinum release, a huge play.
That's right, Pat. Last week's platinum game won easily as underdog North Carolina State won straight up over Georgia Tech. And today, I'm turning up the heat. It's my platinum game of the year. Today's your last chance to get one of these $500 plays for just a fraction of the regular price. Available right now for just $25 and guaranteed to win, or the rest of the college football season's executive plays are on the house. Call the free pick phone at 1-888-294-1970 and press 1 for this huge game of the year and the guarantee. That's 1-888-294-1970 and press 1 or go to ProlineTV.com. Pat, we're going to talk about the Colts and the Jags.
Thanks, Mr. Feist. Scott Spreitzer, Peyton Manning and his Colts not afraid to travel. 8-2 their last 10 when they leave Indianapolis.
Just amazing how well this team works together. They bring in a new receiver, White, last week, and he looks like the reincarnation of Austin Collie. And Austin Collie's still there. I mean, it's just tremendous the way they coach this team, the way the organization fits together. Here's the thing, though. I had Jacksonville as a big play in week 1. Since then, David Garrard has had like a 63 rating, I believe it was, and a 39 rating. So he gets a lot of motivation this week because Trent Edwards, who couldn't make the Buffalo Bills, comes in. But I think you're going to see a lot of points. That's what Jacksonville does. 14-3 to the over when they're at home and they're going up against an offense that gains over 350 yards per game. That's the situation. I'm going with the over.
You know, it's funny. You look at the Colts, and there they are every year in contention. They're going to be there again this season. No prima donnas on this team. You think some of the other organizations in the league might get a clue that it's about playing a team game and not having to be in the spotlight all the time? Hello, Bengals. This game, I agree with you. Jacksonville is not going to stop Indianapolis. And Al, I think Jacksonville actually will score some points here. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I like the over. Yeah,
it looks like great minds think alike. I like the over as well, but my pick on the show here will be on Indianapolis. You know, off back-to-back 25-point losses, I don't want any part of these Jags. NFL teams off back-to-back losses of 19 or more are now 6-25 against the spread as underdogs of less than 14 points versus a foe off back-to-back wins. It's all Colts here.
Big Al McMorty has spoken. Look, stay tuned. When we come back, our panel delivers their plays of the week.
Hi, I'm Roz Huarbe, and last week's total of the year won easy with Carolina and Cincinnati going under. This week, I'm heating things up with my 2010 College Game of the Year, my biggest play of the college season. And for the first time ever, I'm making this big game available to Proline viewers for just $10. That's less than half the price online. Just call the Proline free pick phone at 1-888-294-1970 and press the number 5 to get on board. That's 1-888-294-1970 or go to ProlineTV.com.
It was another big week for my high roller platinum releases with 75% winners. Today's your last chance to get one of these $500 plays for just a fraction of the regular price. It's my platinum game of the year. Available right now for just $25 and guaranteed to win, or the rest of the college football season's executive plays are on the house. Call for the free pick phone at 1-888-294-1970 and press 1 for this monster game of the year and the guarantee. I'm pounding home another big winner. Make the call, 1-888-294-1970 or go to ProlineTV.com now.
Welcome back to Proline. My play of the week is the Steelers. Make sure to give me a call at 1-888-294-1970 and press the number 5. Back to you, Pat.
Thank you, Roz. Hey, up now, Big Al McMorty.
My top plays, 3-0 on the show. Carolina Panthers right here. My Vegas strip moves, 10-0. And we go to 12-0 with our Vegas strip move parlay of the year, college and pro, 888-294-1970. Press button number 4, only $19.
Thanks, Big Al. Man, under the hat. Smoke it, Dave Kogan.
I like the Oklahoma-Texas game to be low-scoring, under in that game. Under the hat plays smoking hot once again this year, and this week, an opportunity to get 3 of them completely free. 1-888-294-1970, then press the 2 on your telephone keypad. All 3 under the hat releases are on the house.
Thanks, Dave. Smashmouth handicapper, Mr. Scott Spreitzer.
Top play is the over between the Colts and Jaguars. Your top play is my blockbuster blowout game of the year. First one in college football conference action. We're 4-0 with these plays, winning by more than 14 points per game. Get that for $19 at no additional cost. My pro football conference game of the month on Sunday. All you have to do is call 1-888-294-1970 and press 3 on your touchtone keypad.
Hey, thanks, Scott. Jim Feist.
My play of the week, Penn State, Iowa, under the total. And don't forget my platinum game of the year, 1-888-294-1970. Press the number 1. It's the platinum game of the year, red hot, and the guarantee as well.
That's our show for the week. Proline is in the books. Catch us each and every Saturday morning right here on USA, 7 a.m. Have a great week, everybody.